David Garofalo of the Cigar Authority, and you're listening to the Leave and Ash podcast, the cigar podcast that I listen to.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Leaf and Ash podcast. As we already got people already commenting, hello everyone that has showed up. As you guys see, we have two special guests today. Brother Smokin Stogies. We got Ali and Heather. Hello.
Hello, guys. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Guys, as always, you know I got my compadres. We are -1. He is out, hurt, recovering. Donnie boy, we love you. We wish you nothing but a speedy recovery. As you know, I'm one of your hosts, your boy Panda Baby. Let's go. Underneath me, we know who he is, Mr. Our own person. Where's Waldo? What's going on, PCAK Silverback?
Man, what's going on? I'm in the Magnolia State.
Oh, Lord, man, that is crazy. And we know this guy this way over here, the one finger pecking sensation, the one and only JJAK Cigar Mo. What up, dog?
What's up, you beautiful people?
What's going on? And as I said, guys, we got Brother Smokin Stogies in the house. Guys, welcome. We greatly appreciate you guys taking the time and coming on with us. And we're looking forward to this, let me tell you. And it seems that we all decided to smoke the same cigar.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to get to this one here, and this one, we'll get into the details. But all in all, you guys are doing well.
Oh, yeah, we're doing good. I mean, first, I want to say thank you for having us on here. I mean, it's an honor, so we appreciate that. But yeah, we're doing good.
Man. But listen, I've got to meet you guys a couple of times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we've had a blast. We've broken bread, and it's absolutely a privilege and an honor to hang out with you guys. Ybor was another big event for everyone. Ybor was pretty good. We'll get into that because you guys will be attending this year as well, correct?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll definitely talk about that momentarily. But what I wanted to do is talk about Brother Smokin Stogies in regards to your guys, basically how you guys came up with the name. You guys have been in existence for what now, 2-3 years now?
6 years.
6 years. Oh, why did what? I'll tell you why. Because in the protocol, I said 2024. That's why. With the one that you sent me, that's why. So how do you guys come up with the name, and what does it represent for you guys?
Well, it started when I was in the Army. I first smoked my first cigar when I was in service. So whenever we would come back, we would all just kind of sit in a circle and we would smoke our cigars and chill and everything else. So that's where the journey started for me. And it came down to when we decided to do this, which was actually her idea. When I first met Ish, I was like, ooh, I can have him make me some personal cigars, make that baller move. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Heather was like, why don't you make it for the world? And I was like, okay, all right, I'll share it, right? So the name comes from where I started my journey in cigar smoking. When I think of smoking, it always takes me back to my battle buddy, takes me back to my brothers in arms. And the circle, as you can see on the logo, there's a circle there, and it just takes me back to that. So that's where the name came from. But I still give a lot of the credit to the wife for going, stop being stingy, share it with the world.
Mm-hmm. It was a great opportunity for him to create exactly what he wanted. Because you all chose out of the three that we didn't know which one you were going to pick. Figured maybe each one of you would pick a different one. So we didn't know. So that was a cool surprise.
Yeah.
This is the flagship cigar, and it's a cigar that we kind of we ended up backing into to create a cigar with you want the experience to be versus I want this blend. We go more with the psychology because
I'm a psychologist.
He's psychology at heart. So, so we back into we want that experience to be. And this cigar actually, I think, completely represents who he is and what he wants in a cigar.
Thank you.
So,
The strength is definitely full body. You know, I mean, the retro hair is absolutely phenomenal. And this wasn't even planned. You know, I sent them three. I think I sent them 3 or 4 different cigars to you guys, and it just so happened we go, which one are you smoking? We all went like this at the same time. You know, so this one has the San Andreas wrapper on it, right? Mm-hmm. And Corojo is Corojo, excuse me, is the binder, and the filler is the Ligero Dominicano, right? And the Viso and the Ligero Corojo 98, and that you got 2 powerhouses in there that gives you that retro hair that you're gonna feel on that retro. My Lord, it's definitely on the forefront. It's right up our alley, and like I said, it's just by fluke that we all decided to smoke this particular cigar first and foremost. So here we go. Off camera, you guys were saying this was your first launch.
This was the first one I designed because we launched 2 at the same time. But here's the thing: like with me, I like a strong cigar. I don't know if you guys remember the Onyx cigar back in the day, right? Like I could smoke something stronger than that. That was just who I am. So when I designed this, I realized the majority of cigar smokers don't want that. You know, it's a small number. But I wanted to make sure that they get that boldness, but not overwhelming. So that's when I came up with this. And the beautiful thing is, I had the right blender because you guys know Ish. He's the mad scientist. I can sit there, talk to him, tell him what I want, what experience I want, and he's like, okay, you know. And I'm like, okay, I hope he gets it right. Like Heather and I were both like, man, I hope we don't have to go through a whole bunch of trials and find the right one. And he's like, here. And I'm like, shit.
Right.
Perfect. You know?
Yeah, right.
We've experienced that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this pride and joy. I love this girl. You know what I mean? Almost as much as I love my wife.
Now, you were saying that it's rare in regards to the Gordo, right?
Oh, yeah. So when we first launched, it was launched with this one as the Gordo, and we have a torpedo called Trust and Loyalty, right? If you guys like pepper, that's the one you're going to want to get, right? And when I started getting out there, people were loving it. The problem is people were also saying, man, if it was just a little bit smaller, if it was just a little bit smaller. So I'm like, let me listen to my customers. Let me listen. I turned it into a Toro, right? Which people still love. And when you change the size, it has a different tone to it. And the minute I discontinued the Gordo, everybody's like, where's the Gordo? And I'm like,
sometimes people think they know what they want.
Right.
And we did that, and now they want the Gordo.
So I still have tons. I share them with people I'm close to, but there is one place you can buy them, which is Ish's Lounge. Now, you said you wanted to buy some. I got you covered.
Okay.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
You know a guy?
But I do plan to bring these back.
We'll put some on the website.
Well,
Maybe we'll do like a limited number on the site that you can get them.
But we are planning to bring the Gordo back like every year for a limited time. Because right now, everything that you guys are smoking, any Gordo anybody gets, they're almost 6 years old. And I love that. You taste it. You taste the age of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ish wants to know. He says, I want to know that guy.
He's never heard of the guy.
Yeah. Tell him to mind his business.
Yeah, and look at that cello that's on there. But I'll throw this in there real quick. This particular cigar fits the profile of what we three like to smoke, and what we started out smoking. The profile just knocks us right off the block. You know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Because here's the thing: when it comes to designing cigars, I do put the customers first. You know, and what I'm about to say is it's not a bad thing at all. But you know, most people when they start a cigar brand, they're going to of course start with what they like. Of course, why not? You know what I mean? But I know what I like, and I understand that a lot of people will love it, but most people won't. So I try to always think of you guys when I design every cigar. You know, when Ish and I are sitting there talking, and he knows that that's where I go with this. So I think about the customer beyond anything. Because like I don't like torpedoes personally, right? But dude, so give them what they want. Don't give them what I want. So I try to. That's why every cigar is completely different from the others.
It definitely is a valid point in regards because there's a couple of things, right? A lot of people don't like big range cigars. You know, big range cigars. They just don't. A lot of people are more into like the 56, 54, even the 48s. Not everyone likes a big ring gauge. 60 is my limit. You know, I don't like to go anything bigger than a 60 ring gauge. There are a couple of guys that are on the comment section. I don't know if Tom's here or not. Tom is that guy that likes that 70, 80, 90 ring gauge. No. It's just, to me, it's awkward. It's just, to me, doesn't feel comfortable.
Right.
You know, but I know guys that from my shop, you know, and these guys got to meet them, you know, we call them Big Tex. You know, Big Tex is a big boy. So a 70, 80 ring gauge looks like a torpedo in this guy's hands. So it suits him wonderfully, right? And you would never think that it is, you know, that big of a ring gauge because he's such a big guy, you know. Right. And the thing is also, like you said, the power on this, you're right. Not everyone are into really strong cigars. So it's important that you do listen to your consumer, right? You said smaller, but at the same token, right, you're not going to win all the time, right? Because there's always going to be one or two people that will be like, why is it so big? Why is it so strong? Right. Well, listen, that's why I got 5 other cigars that you could go and pick and choose from. You know, maybe this is a cigar not for you. You know what I mean?
Angel got you again.
What was that? Robusto is Panda's hands. There we go. Angel's already starting on me already. Started with the booster seed. He can only see my flag. You know. Yeah. So in regards to your other cigars, right? The Trust and Loyalty. That one is, you said, it's a torpedo, correct?
Yes.
Now in that one, I'm looking. That's more medium body.
Yeah, it's medium body, but here's the thing: it's more pepper in that one. You know what I mean? Okay. And what I personally call it is almost like a controlled pepper. So when you're smoking it, you can taste it, but when you do that retro and that pepper gets into your nose, it's almost like you're controlling how peppery you want that journey to be, because it'll die down after a little bit. But if you need it to kick back in, you hit that retro, boom. So I always tell people, if you don't like pepper, don't smoke that one. But it's smooth. It's not overwhelming. It's just a nice journey.
Nice.
And that's the thing about our smokes. We don't say smoke cigars. We say take that journey.
And it is, right? And if you blend it properly, and listen, we were very fortunate. When we were at Ish's house, when everybody came down for the great smoke, you know, Ish got into his mad scientist mode. You know what I mean? And he just like, here, try this, here, do this, here, and he's like, I'll be right back. Goes to his little room that he's got. Yeah. And based on everyone's palate, he's like, this cigar's for you, this cigar's for you, this, and he pretty much hit each and every one of us palate perfectly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that is the luxury of having and meeting someone like Ish. You know what I mean? That is one willing to listen to you and kind of get your ideas, and then in his own crazy way, in his own mind, able to create what you created in your head.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where the true talent is, because listen, I want some creaminess, I want some spice, I want this, I want that, I want some freaking, and I'm gonna get them upset. I want something that tastes like upside down pineapple cake.
With Dr. Pepper.
Some Dr. Pepper taste. I want the aftertaste. The retro had to be of Dr. Pepper. Well, I'm gonna pay for that one later. But
Which one of y'all said Dr. Pepper?
You know he's cringing right now.
I'm waiting for a text right now. Saying a couple of words.
I kept looking over at Ish and just side eyeing him as we were smoking those cigars that night at his house. And I'm like, how in the heck does he know to the T? And it was even in the formats we all smoke that we all enjoy the most. And I'm like, this guy. And he just kept looking at me. He's like, what's wrong, JJ? I just kept side eyeing him. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You are a crazy man.
Yeah.
Pedro, to answer your question, that was only supposed to be for the TPA, man. Not for the world to hear that. I don't want it to, yeah, I did teach him everything. Don't say, just keep it on the so
I'm still working on it.
But yeah, so I'm gonna pass the mic over to JJ, and I'll come back. He'll come back to me.
Okay. Hey, first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. Definitely.
This is a fantastic cigar, by the way. And the burn, the ash, it's beautiful. But I have to know, when you make your own cigars, what about that cigar or do you judge in your head?
The best way to describe it, like I said, I'm more than just a psychologist. I live psychology, and I'm always in my head. So I think about when I'm sitting back and what do I want to experience? Because it's easy to get caught up with a cigar.
Right.
But I can get bored real easy. You know what I mean? And then I'm going back to the lounge. I'm trying different things. I wanted something that when you smoke it, you're going to want to come back to it all the time. You know what I mean? Something that doesn't wear out on you over time. Because it's just something that happens with a lot of cigars out there. I mean, not that they're bad. It's just you're like, I've smoked this enough. I need to break it up. So it's a little difficult for me to answer. I come at it from a psychological basis, if that makes sense.
Right, absolutely. And have you ever had a scrap of blend? You had an idea and it just didn't quite work out the way you thought it did.
Well, no, but we the wife and I, we just came up with 5 more blends. So when we come see you, Ish, we got some conversations. It may happen then. I don't know, but so far everything has been for us and our customers, it's been a bullseye each time.
Yeah.
And when you're go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we've been asked, what's your best seller? And people think I'm being arrogant. I'm like, honestly, they all sell pretty well, and it kind of also depends. But they sell about even across the board.
Okay. And is there anything about cigars that taught you something more than just the business side of itself?
Camaraderie.
Oh,
I learned that day one. I smoke cigars under 2 circumstances. When I'm around people I'm enjoying, because if I don't like you, I'm not smoking. Because I have to share. I can't have somebody around me and I smoke and I go, here, you want to smoke? So if I don't like you, I'm not smoking in front of you. But around family and friends, or if I need to contemplate a little bit and my head is just constantly going and going, I'll go out to the patio, or right now I'm in the man cave and I'll just sit here, smoke. It causes me to stop thinking, because she'll tell you my brain doesn't stop thinking. I can't cut it off. So it actually helps with that. So, yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. And out of your portfolio, what cigar do you see yourself grabbing the most? Is there one that you favor over another?
I guess this one, because like I said, it's my baby. It was my first one. My second favorite is probably everybody's favorite, which is the BTC. And she's the one who came up with that idea.
I named it.
Yeah, she named it. So one day I'm walking out of and I'm going into the living room. I see her on the computer, and she says, "Hey, what's better than Cuban?" I said, "Our cigars." And she goes, "No."
Right.
I was like, I don't know.
So she goes, "No.
What's a Cuban cigar?
Is there a Cuban cigar that's like the best?" And I said, "Not really, not in the past 20 years, because after Castro stopped smoking, it just declined." But the next day we were going to go see Ish, and then all of a sudden she just said, "BTC." And I go, "What the hell are you talking about?" She goes, "Better than Cuban." I'm like, "Better than Cuban what?" "No, let's make a cigar, a Cuban cigar called Better Than Cuban." I said, "Well, let's talk to Ish." So we go over there, and Heather pitches the idea, explaining, and he looks at me and goes, "Have you ever tried any Cubans?" I go, "No." And he goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Dude, I would have remembered that." Goes in the back, goes into the room, comes back, and gives it to us. We're trying it, and then Heather goes, "BTC?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she goes, No. Is this the BTC?" And he goes, "Yes." Boom.
Done.
And that one, the BTC has a lot of Cuban leaves, and it's 100% Cuban leaves in there, right?
Yep.
I don't want to get to the technicalities. I don't want to misrepresent Ish. I'm already on the bad side talking about Dr. Pepper and upside down pineapple cake. Better than
Ideas every day. I think most of them fail. That one, that was a good one. But yes, I come up with ideas and go, yes, do it. And then, we see which one stick.
Yeah.
I figure if I throw enough out there, something's going to stick, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But she's learning, man. I mean, like, not a smoker. I mean, she will smoke, with us and everything, but not a smoker. She's learning. She knows more than she thinks she does. And I have to say, I'm proud of her.
Aww.
She's come in the game and made her mark.
Nice.
I'm learning.
There's a lot to learn. I mean,
yeah.
There's so much to soak in. It's overwhelming at times when you just stop and actually think about it. You're like, oh Lord. Because I was able to I had Ish make me a cigar in honor of my late mother.
Nice.
And it turned out beautifully from the band. It was absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to hopefully get a few other things, because Ish is mine. It doesn't work like anybody else's.
No.
And I learned that night, because I've met Ish at PCA a time or two, but I've never been with Ish in his domain, in his laboratory. And that night, I think we smoked like 40 fumas, and I didn't know what was going on, but I told him, I was like, "I'm going to live on your back porch. I'm not going back to Oklahoma. I'll work for cigars. We'll figure something out."
We'll work something out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, my brother, you ready for some questions?
Man, I'm ready for whatever right about now. But I tell you what, you were saying that you're a psychologist. If you had to deep dive into psychology and cigars, how important it is to make a cigar, lose 2 hours, and work whatever you have going on that day out of your system, though.
That's funny that he asked that question.
Yeah.
I always walk around going, "You're psychology, right? Answer this question," and I'll give him something.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good part of it.
It is. It really is, because the thing that people don't realize is everything of who we are, what we don't like, what we love, what we enjoy. It's actually not a taste thing. It's a psychological thing that goes way back. So when you eat something for the first time and you go, "Oh, it's good," but the reason why you like it goes back to your childhood.
Right.
You just don't realize it. Cigars, same thing. What it does to us when we're sitting there. I'll give you an example. One of the cigars I think you guys got was the Lazy Uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. The one big complaint that we've gotten from our customers is that we make them late for stuff. They start our cigars and they don't want to fit. They don't want to just put it out. So, like, "Oh, I was late for a doctor's appointment. I was late doing this." So I wanted to create a cigar that was good, but but
You
okay.
can put it down.
Right.
Yeah.
And I came up with that because I was hanging out at a lounge that doesn't have my cigars. And I smoked a cigar that I haven't smoked in a while. I'm not going to mention the name. And as I smoked it, I went, it's not bad. It's not memorable, but it's not bad. So I go, I think I want something like this. So I go to Ish, I break it down to him. He goes, all right. And people say it still makes them late, right? So cigars help with the stress. Cigars, I mean, you guys know that when you start smoking and people are aggravating you, you put that cigar down and it'll burn out before you get a chance to finish it. So when you're sitting there relaxed, calm, smoking, you're in another world.
Right.
You know what I mean? So designing any cigar or creating an idea, I think is important to not look at just the size and if you want it to be cool or whatever. That should be last.
Should be the experience.
Design your cigar so the person will go, I fucking love this, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
The problem is everybody does it the other way, and something has to be neglected, which is the quality of the cigar.
Right.
I don't know if that answered your question or not.
No. It did to a degree, you know, and it put it. I like to say I solved world peace by smoking cigars, and this is one that I can probably go back to my old habits of smoking at 4 a.m. in the morning. And
That's an honor. I appreciate that.
Sit out on the front porch and lose my mind smoking this one, and it's just a really nice cigar and well put together, man, and has a lot of the flavor. Now, I have to ask you, when it comes to new cigar smokers, do you look at creating cigars for those cigar smokers?
Already did.
Tell me about that one.
All right. So actually, the Unity and Kinship.
That'd be a good service.
Yeah. The Unity and Kinship is a great smoke because our son, our middle son, he comes to us with, to a lot of events, and he's a good salesman. He has sold cigars to people who don't smoke cigars.
Right.
Right. But he makes sure he only gives them that one because this cigar is a great cigar to start. It's got the bold flavor. It's not overwhelming. It's nice and timid, even though it has a Maduro wrapper. But at the same time, we all can smoke it and be like, damn, this is good. So that's what the Unity and Kinship is. It's that cigar.
Okay. Yeah. And
keep the new people in mind. I do.
Yeah, no, you have to, because so many people are looking at the industry as like, what do you ask people, do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. And it's like, okay, have you tried smoking? So you want to introduce them to something, and we're looking at growing the cigar community much more than what it is outside of people our age and stuff like that, because there are some mature younger people that want to do some things but not quite sure how to go about doing it.
Exactly.
But golly, I was thinking of something, but right now my question escaped me, but I want to pass it back up to Panda for now, and hopefully I'll get back to my question in just a minute.
All right.
I must have some background noise. You JJ?
A little bit.
A little bit. I don't know what the heck is that, but I don't know if you guys can hear this. I was asked to place to have you listen to this.
It's not called Asianco, by the way. It's called Asiancle.
Right. So I got to tell you the story about that. So the Lazy Uncle is the one that I wanted to create so people can, smoke and move on with their lives, right? And I was like, we'll call it the Lazy Uncle. So followed up with Ish, and Ish called, and we're talking. He goes, listen, there's been an issue, and he starts to talk about the conversation between him and Oscar. So Oscar is reading it, and of course, he doesn't speak English, so he saw it as laissez uncal. Laissez uncale. So Ish was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Depending on which one you have, the band will likely not say lazy uncle.
Right.
They will say something
Yeah.
else. So, but that is the lazy uncle.
Yes.
It just got misnamed.
So we actually like that.
So
we still call it the laissez uncale.
That's funny.
Leave it to Ish, right? And then and it's funny because you can even hear his thick accent trying to say lazy uncle, and it's just Ish. But before I get into the Ybor City, JJ, let's run our sponsorship for the moment, and we'll be right back.
Savor every moment with Hayes Gray Cigar. Each blend is crafted for bold flavor, veteran-inspired character, and premium construction. From smooth and approachable to rich and complex in flavor, Hayes Gray delivers a cigar for every palate. Now available our new release, Irmãos do Mar. Order Hayes Gray Cigars online at Fat Boys Cigars and from Wolfpack Cigar Club and the Cigar Vault, Oakdale. Visit our website for a list of nationwide retail lounges and to grab some cool Hayes Gray merch to rep our brand. As always, we've got your sticks.
We got your stick. Even though they got to prove that they could keep that line, because you know how Ace doesn't like the word stick for a cigar.
He doesn't like the word Stogie either.
He doesn't like a transition. He doesn't like. So to me, the Dr. Pepper. So from time to time, I like to kind of poke him again. I love how this stick transitions, throughout the whole smoke experience, and pair it up with a nice diet Dr. Pepper, which is even.
Oh, a diet Dr. Pepper. Oh.
And I like to get him too, and he's got me on it a few times on Discord. I'll call it a 6x60 ish. 60 by 6. 3 gauge first. And he likes to get me on that.
Oh, man. So there's a couple of things now. Before we talk about Ybor, we got an event that we are going to prior to Ybor. Mm-hmm. You guys are gonna be. You guys are partaking in the TPA Smoke Fest in October.
No doubt. Yeah.
In Pensacola. And as you guys know, the TPA, hosts events, and I like to call it an association with Hayes Gray and Bonded by the Leaf. You know what I mean? And to me, I think for those that don't know about the TPA, they need to get to know, right? TPA.rocks. If you're a consumer, an enthusiast, a brand owner, a lounge owner, it is a great association to partake in. Yeah. The fee is very inexpensive for what you get.
Oh,
you know what I mean? The consumer side is $50 per year. Media, if you have a podcast, is also the same $50 a year, and that is year to date. So if you do today, April 30th, you don't have to renew to next year, April 30th. And then the brand owners and lounges, I think, is $200 for the year, but you get so much.
Oh yeah.
So much out of that. And I could tell you that, this is like the first one that I've deep dive in it, with Ish and with Ru and Val and Pedro. We're taking a lot of pride in this event. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a lot of hard work, and you guys were like one of the first ones to sign up, and we absolutely love that. And we know that we always have you guys support. In regards to the TPA, what are you guys anticipating for the TPA event coming up?
You mean the event itself or the organization?
The event.
Oh, for the event,
right?
I think it's going to definitely have such a positive effect. I think, especially with the locals, between the advertisement with all of us, people are going to hear about it, because here's the thing: the TPA is going to change things.
Right.
I mean, look, I mean, what other organization even brings in the smokers? For a lot of organizations, I'm going to say, for a lot of organizations, the customers is no more than I need your money, right?
Right.
Buy our stuff. While with this organization, if you are part of the Leaf in any form, come in and be family.
Right.
Period. So I see the culture becoming even more solidified, and this event is just that one of those first steps towards that. So I'm really excited about the event. I'm really excited about just everything, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. I was equally surprised about how much it offers as a consumer. I mean, the CCST courses that at a drastic discounted rate that Ish was able to hook us up with Tobacco University, and obviously the rolling class that's also part of it. You know what I mean? Which is, I mean, it's great. I mean, I've enjoyed partaking in the TPA, and I'm kind of trying to get myself more involved. You guys know I live a few minutes away from Mitch, so I'm always in his ear, talking about this or talking about that, whatever it is, in regards to either TPA or cigar blending, like you guys and stuff like that. But going back to your line now, out of all the blends that you guys have, which one would describe you the best?
Describe
Actually,
personally?
yeah.
Personally?
All right. The one that describes me best is one that is actually not on the market yet. I like I said earlier, I used to smoke like a really strong cigar. Plus, I'm a huge Churchill guy, right?
Oh, okay.
And so I finally, after 6 years, I told Ish, I said, listen, I need my cigar. The cigar I was originally going to have made 6 years ago. So he got it, brought it in, and we're all at the at his lounge for the TPA event. So I'm passing it out because it's me, sharing it with family, and everybody's like, you need to sell this, and I'm like, I don't want to, it's mine, right? And so I originally called it privately Ali's Legacy. I know I'm going to eventually put it out there. When it does, it's going to be just called Legacy. And that cigar, I would say, describes who I am. It's a strong, bold cigar, but mellow and patient. I'm a fast smoker, and it takes me an hour to smoke that cigar, and it makes me even more patient. You know what I mean? Patience is a big part of what I do. You know what I mean? Right. When you're sitting there listening to some crazy shit out there, you got to be patient.
Well,
so good, PC. Good.
When you were thinking about the name Ali's Legacy, were you thinking about float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, rumble, young man, rumble?
Listen. Eventually, once you get that one. Is it? First of all, is it going to be a Churchill?
Yes,
it is, yeah.
It's a Churchill.
It's going to be a Churchill.
Okay. And he give you one?
Not that day, no.
Huh.
At the event that we just hung out with you, you get one then?
Yes. Okay, yes. If that's the cigar, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And if you remember what the experience, you can share it with them, because I think it is me. You know what I mean?
Okay, so yeah, it was smooth. I absolutely enjoyed. Yeah, I remember now, because I remember saying, hey, listen, we don't know if we're going to or not, but this is something that I created for myself. Yeah, that's what we were at in Ybor. No, was it Ybor?
No,
yeah,
it was
in Orlando.
In
Orlando.
DeLand?
No, Orlando. It was Orlando.
Is it Orlando?
Yeah.
Well, they called it Orlando. Yeah, they called it Orlando, but it was in DeLand.
DeLand. Yeah.
You're talking about the honeybees event.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I remember. So to me, I remember now. I was talking about Ybor from last year. I don't know why, but yeah, that cigar was smooth. And you're right. It is I'm a slow smoker. you know, and that cigar took me well more than an hour to smoke.
Yeah.
You know, Don, on the other hand, would have smoked that cigar in 15 minutes.
Dude.
Don's our chimney.
Oh,
Don, he's out of commission right now. He just recently had back surgery, you know, so he's laid out watching. I don't know if he's still on or not, but you know, he's our chimney.
Don would have been here in minute 8.
Look, hold on, hold that bad boy up.
Nice.
Ooh,
Look how
beautiful.
That.
Look how beautiful.
Look at the legs on that one.
Love it.
What?
The burn, dude, this is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm telling you, bro, that is not basic at all, there, buddy. That is done with love.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
man.
Our tagline, which because he gets a little stingy sometimes, and I have to remind him that we live by the motto of want for your brother what you want for yourself. So you have to share it.
Yeah.
You want it for you. You need to share it.
Yeah.
Share it with your brother. Share it with everybody. Don't be stingy. So we will share Ali's legacy because it's a good one.
It is.
Yes, I agree 100%. So you guys have a time frame for that one coming out, or you guys are working with Ish and all the time? I don't even mean to put you on.
Yeah, it's already made. I mean, you know, because I just told him
He's just hoarding them. We just have to put them online.
I got a few hundred just sitting there just for me, right?
So, come over and get one.
You know what? I'm gonna make sure you guys get one. I'm gonna make sure we get them to you guys.
We appreciate you.
I want you guys to definitely try them. I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I mean, now let's fast forward. Now after obviously the TPA, we got Ebor. You know, and I can tell you, last year was my first time. I've been to Ebor one time prior as a consumer, and it was years ago. I don't ever remember it being that big. You know what I mean? This is how long ago that I went. And last year was I was on the other side, as you guys know, I was helping Ish with band, and it's a whole different experience. I mean, what do you guys get out of Ebor? Because you guys seem to be going there every year. How many years have you guys gone there?
3 or 4?
I think we've gone 3. We've gone 3. For us, like I think that's where we meet people there.
Yeah.
We have somebody that we met our first year there who comes and like wears our t-shirt. Like every year it comes and he's like, I still got it.
Yeah. They actually fly in.
Yeah.
You know, we have a couple of customers that when they know about Ebor, they fly in. I mean, not just for us, but for the event.
But they stop by.
But
yeah,
they come to us first. You know what I mean? So we get to meet so many phenomenal people. You know, I mean, we meet some assholes too, but we meet a lot. 99% of them, awesome people. Awesome. So that's the one thing that we really get out of it. And it allows me to actually just talk about the cigars. You know, I love actually when somebody comes to the table and the question I always ask is, what do you like out of a cigar? So they'll say, oh, I like Perdomo, or I like it. No. What do you like out of the cigar? Because I tell them, I don't want to just sell you anything. I need to sell you your cigar. So tell me what you like, and I'll tell you which one would better fit you. You know, I love doing that. I love helping people find themselves in their smoke. Because if you remember when we all started, we didn't really know what the hell we liked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of us, it took years, you know? So there are people out there who've been smoking 30, 40, 50 years, and that's all they're doing. So I like to be a part of that. Help me help you find what you like. You know, and I enjoy that. Plus, it's just an awesome event to see so many people, so many other brands, you know, because I'm not a competitive I don't believe in competing. There's enough room for everybody.
Yeah. And Ebor is a prime example of that. Ebor is a very much prime because everyone's out there hustling and bustling out there.
Yeah. And there's enough for everybody. Like one year, we had a guy, he had David's brand.
David's brand.
He put 8 on the spot.
Yeah, Blanco's brand, right? So he comes to the table, he's got a big bag. All of it was Blanco, right? Good cigar. And He goes, so what do you got? So I go to break it down. I ask him, well, what do you like? He goes, oh, I only smoke this. Heather goes, why are you here?
Yeah.
You spent money to come to a place that you can order online. If you try different things, because we have our own brand.
We go and
we smoke other people's stuff. You know what I mean? Because
it's fun, yeah.
Right. Like for instance, we love Hayes Gray cigar. I mean, they're good. Your cigar is good. It's like there's stuff out there. We're not trying to have people's humidors with only BSS cigars.
Right.
We just want to be in the humidor because you kind of need to smoke a little bit of everything. Now, if the majority of them is BSS, great.
That's good, but be in there. Yeah. We want to be in the rotation at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And the thing is this, like, to me, it's no longer a hobby. This is a long time ago it passes out. It's a lifestyle for me now, you know? And my children have never seen me without a cigar in my mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very rare that if dad's not smoking, dad's either sick or there had to be some drastic nonsense happening. And and to me, this is what I use to decompress when I'm going through a crazy day at work. And these guys can tell you, I'm kind of going through some stuff right now because I'm close to retiring. I got 2 years left to retire. And I got that itch, you know what I mean? Because like I just want to retire. Like I'm burnt out, you know what I mean?
Right.
And to me, I'm a true enthusiast. I want to try and experience as many different blends at different cultures, you know, different rather countries, tobacco, because there's so many. Many. And I'm very, very fortunate that I live 7 minutes from someone that could grab almost every one of those countries, you know?
Yeah. And here's the thing, I tell Heather, if we lived closer, we'd be at Ish's house every day.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, there's so many cigars out there that people need to try.
Yeah.
And it's like a sin not to walk into a humidor and you only looking for one stick.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, don't that look good over there? And you know, it might be like a jelly roll or a donut or you know, lemon field or something like that.
Right.
And I'm just amazed when people, you know, are single-minded when they walk into someone's humidor or whatnot.
What they're missing.
Right. Exactly.
But, you know, I blame a lot of the lounge owners. I'll be very honest with you. I blame a lot of, and I call them out all the time because you know what? If you only have legacy in your humidor, guess what? Your consumers are only going to be used to is legacy. You know, and to me, like I said, I'm an enthusiast. I want to know what's new out there, what's fresh out there, what's up and coming, what's a tobacco that I've never heard of, like Transylvania tobacco from the blood of Lot. Never knew that Transylvania had a freaking tobacco. I tried it for the first time. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. Right? And that's what I look for. That's the thrill of the hunt if you're a true enthusiast, because you have cigar smokers and then you have true enthusiasts, right? People that really want to get in depth in it. Because I got friends that been smoking just as long as I have. They've never retrohaled. They don't pick up notes like I pick up. You know, some of the guys at the shop make fun of me now. So what we play dominoes, we're like, hey, don't you taste pepper? No, I taste cream. And they making fun of me, right? And I'm like, listen, I go in depth because you know what? I would say that probably in the last 15 years, I really went all in. Yeah. Like I started doing a lot of reading, a lot of research, you know, and to me, especially if you're a brand owner, right? Don't you think it's important for yourself to honestly do your research on, you know, what does a San Andreas, because San Andreas and the Mexican San Andreas, totally two different things, totally two different rappers, totally two different profiles. But if you don't know this, if you don't take the time to educate yourself, then you know what? You're just a cigar smoker. You know what I mean? That's all.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But stay in your lane. Don't try to make yourself look like you're the big man. Just enjoy your smoke.
Right.
And because here's the thing, like I kind of got to tell you my little journey here to get into this. So I've been in different branches of psychology throughout my life. You know, the biggest part of it was in clinical psychology, and then I found IO psychology. Right, fell in love with it, and that's the title I hold now as an IO psychologist. And one of the things that IO psychologists do, besides research and proving and disproving theories, is we actually help organizations improve, streamline. Basically, we help people make more money because we can tell them what they're doing wrong that they can't see. That's just how we're trained, right?
He does the solving problems that people didn't know.
Yeah. And she'll tell you, I can't cut it off. I can see cracks, right?
Right.
And I can also see it in societal things, meaning when you're sitting there talking to a lounge owner, they're in their own world. You know, they're not in the world of cigars. They just happen to sell cigars.
Yes.
And there are times when I've talked to lounge owners and they're trying to school me. And because, you know, they don't know me, I'm polite and I go, okay. And I walk away and it's like, hey, you know, you still at the game. Yeah. He said, yeah, you want to come back to the lounge? You know, you may want to purchase. No. I'm telling you right now, if you tell me no, my cigars would never be in your lounge. I don't care. It's not about making the money. Because if you're in this for the money, you're going broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to have a passion for this.
Correct.
It's about the love. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
I hear somebody say one time, if you want to make $1 million, start off with 4.
Yeah, 4 or 5 million. You're right, man. It's so true.
Yeah.
It is. People do not know the intricacies of the business because it's a whole different world, you know. And if you're willing to take that extra step, because you know we've had the luxury, like I said, to sit down and blend our cigars.
Yes.
You know, Ish and I and Don and these guys, they got to wait till you guys try the new cigar that we're coming out with, and it's a tobacco that as far as I'm aware of, no one has used just yet. But I'm sure that once they hear it and they taste it, everyone's going to jump on it. But to me, that's what I love.
Right.
I think that, you know, as a tobacconist in your lounge, they need to be diverse. They need to know what it. And there's a young man here. I don't know Clint. I don't know if Clint's still here. You guys know Memento Cigars?
Yeah.
So Clint, this guy, he's in mid-30s, very versed. He's always in a suit and tie, very well spoken.
Yeah.
He brings a sense of elegance and class to the tobacco world. He's that guy that you would love to represent your brand and or to run your shop, because the guy is very, very versed. And that's what when you walk into a lounge, you don't want the clerk or the manager to hound you, you know, following you to the humidor. What do you like to smoke? What do you like? And then what's the first thing they want to take you to? To a legacy. No. Why sell one legacy when you could take them to a good boutique that's half the price and they can walk out with 2 or 3 of them?
Yeah.
Right? And just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people out there that smoke for status, right?
Oh, yes.
I got a buddy, all he smokes is Padron. That's it. I got another, all he smokes is Davidoff. And to me, a Davidoff, that's like the epitome of trying to show off. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a status cigar, right? And most of those people don't even finish those cigars.
No.
You know, it's just a show that they have it. You know, they're showing their watches or whatever. And most of the time you see them laying down.
Yes.
But I know we kind of got off topic in regards to you guys, but you guys definitely bring some good content in regards to, because you guys on the opposite end of this. Not only you guys are consumers, you guys have your own brand. You know, I kind of want to bring it back now, you know, in regards to it. But, you know, when you guys are smoking, I'm going to ask you, because, you said you're relatively new smoker. What profile do you really enjoy smoking? Not necessarily in your line as well, but outside of your line.
Oh goodness. For me, like, I'm definitely don't need like a strong, bold punch in the face.
Yeah.
I'm more like that one to me. Like, I'm not that person. It smells great. Like I like the smell. But for me, I like more of like a mellow, something mellow, just something that is smooth.
Yeah.
creamy. I'm not a big chocolate person.
Yeah.
Like chocolate. I'm not.
Because you usually enjoy the more.
I like
creamy.
the creamy. So yeah, for me, it's that. I like those.
Sounds like you might like a Placencia Sixto.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Really smooth. It's not overpowering or anything of that nature.
Yeah. Now, to go back to what she said about she loves the smell, she can always tell when I'm smoking a cigar that comes from ROCF and someone else. I'm sitting there, smoking a cigar somebody gave me or whatever, and I'm, checking it out, and it tastes fine. And she comes in, so I'm not going to mention any names. She comes in and goes, "Oh my God, what are you smoking?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm trying such and such." She goes, "Oh, yeah, no."
I definitely know that. I didn't realize I knew the difference, but every time I come, I'll be like, "Oh, that smells nice." I'll be like, "Oh, this is a such and such, and it's an ROCF brand." Or
it came out the factory.
Or it came out of the factory,
right?
And I'm like, "Oh, that one's nice." He's like, "Oh yeah, this is a such and such." I'm like, "Oh." He's just something that he's like, "Hey, I've had this in my humidor for a while. I wanted to give it a go." I'm like, "No, where did that one come from?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, it's not part of the family. It's this other one."
And we know the ladies' palate is way more refined than ours are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scents definitely. I'm still learning the different subtleties with the notes.
Yeah, listen, aromatics to me in the cigar is so important. I really do, because I think it intrigues the person that's around you. And listen, either you like cigar smoke or you don't. To me, I think it smells a hell of a lot better than a cigarette. That's just my opinion.
Oh, I agree with you.
I think the aromatics in the cigar is so it gravitates you. You know what I mean? To me, it consumes me. I become like a hound dog. My wife, I'm like, "Baby, you smell that?" She goes, so much smoking, and I got and that's me. And I'm like, it all says like squirrel. Squirrel. I get the squirrel moment, and I gotta hunt down and be like, "Hey, where's the smoke coming from?" The aromatics to me is so important in the cigar. I think that especially if you're a creator, if you're a brand owner, you want the aromatics to kind of to really gravitate to even a new consumer in your own brand, right? Because once they smell it, they were like, now, just like anything else, right? You hope that the aromatics meets the expectation of the actual smoke, and that's where the skills of the blending. Because you got to know which tobacco blends well with the other. Because there are multiple tobaccos that will fight with each other and it gives you the worst experience ever. Yeah.
And that's the thing, too, because a lot of people don't think about that. Because when you're smoking, you can't really smell it like everybody else can.
Right.
But the smell of the cigar kind of tells the story of the quality and how it was made. So it means a lot that how a cigar smells should play a part in understanding what you like out of a cigar. If the people around you are like, "What are you smoking?" I don't care how it tastes. Maybe you should put that one away. You know what I mean? Because it does tell a secret story of something was either added to it or the quality or whatever. Because everything that's come out of that factory, you can tell the difference.
And especially for the ones that like to pair their cigars up with, some type of libation or coffee or something of that nature.
Right.
Coffee, not coffee.
It is coffee. It is coffee.
See, when I went down to Florida, in Oklahoma, we drink coffee. In Florida, I couldn't find the coffee. I tried.
I think today I went on a rant about how when I moved here, I had to get rid of my Jersey accent. And then she was like, "Well, when you get mad, it comes out." I'm like, "Okay, I'm good with that."
It is funny because I don't hear myself a lot of the times. The only time I honestly hear my New York accent when I say, "Hey, how you doing?" That I hear all the time. And people are like, "Oh, you from New York?" I go, "No, I'm from Kentucky." What else? Like, come on now, seriously.
Oh, you know what I used to get when I said that? People would come in, I'd be like, "How you doing?" And they were like, "Oh, you like Friends?" And I'm like, "I've never seen the show. What are you talking about?" Like, for me, I'm thinking they're just randomly asking me that question. And they were like, "You said, how you doing?" I said, "I'm from Jersey." It just, how you doing? I don't know what to say.
Hold on, what's this one? What does Tony got to say? Correction. I think we need say smoking and say we are in therapy. You know what? It is very therapeutic smoking. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I absolutely enjoy this. I enjoy smoking and sharing, a story or so, but I truly enjoy some me time. And these guys can say, like, for my birthday, I'll do my celebration, whatever.
Right.
And at the end of the evening, my wife knows, my children know, okay, this is time for dad alone. And you kind of self-reflect. And these guys can tell you, I turn 51 next month, and 50 hit me hard. And that smoke that evening was rough for me. I'm not gonna lie. 50 hit me hard.
It was wet. It was wet because of the tears.
Yes. Listen, man, because and I've shared. Listen, I'm not afraid of shedding a tear too.
There you go.
No qualms with that.
Real men cry.
Yes.
This is pretending like they can't cry.
Correct. Valid point. And listen, these guys, I've shared a tier 2 with these guys. And for my 50th, for whatever reason, guys, I have no idea why it hit me so hard. Here's my friend Kurt. Is that a hat or a real
later? He'll figure out why for you.
Oh, I can tell you. So next time we're together, I'm going to tell you this. And I know people are listening, and any of these people can test me on it. You give me about 15, 20 minutes, we talk, I can pinpoint within a 2-year period where that came from.
Well, I can tell you this. There was a saying I heard that really is what really got me. And they're saying you've lived longer than what you have yet to live, And that hit me hard.
I feel you.
And the more I deep dived into that quote, the harder it hit.
Got real, yeah.
It got real.
Well, I'll say this, Doc. If you'll take him off of my hands, that'll save me on 8.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, there is not enough time in the day.
I don't sleep.
He's open 24 hours.
That'll save me on the IOUs that he owe me. I don't want money. I just want cigars from him.
Oh, look.
Look at this.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's beautiful. Oh, that reminds me of a story. The first time we went to Ybor, we just was checking it out. It was like our first year selling cigars. So we wanted to go to Ybor just to check it out. And of course I had the Gordo. And I had it in my mouth. I'm walking through and it's just going and going. I had an ash about this big. I was in my mouth. People would just stop and look. And nobody would come and ask, where'd you get the cigar from? That's what I was hoping. When you first started, you want somebody to go, hey, I want to buy that.
So, listen, you guys never going to be there in Ybor. I'm going to be there helping out Ish again this year. And I believe we're side by side, correct?
Yeah. We are this time, yes.
Yeah, and Hayes, great.
I always try to get us side by side, Yeah,
yesterday, last year, man, there was some rain, and we needed a canoe on our side.
It's a river. Yeah,
that's right.
That was insane.
Oh, my Lord. And the thing is, we had boxes of cigars on the ground, and we had to pick them up. Luckily, none of them got damaged, but for the most part, I think we sold a bunch. I know you guys sold a handful. Mm-hmm. To me, I think Ybor is a phenomenal if you could get in.
Yes.
Right? As a boutique owner, a boutique brand owner, you can make some good coin there.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that are willing to buy your cigar to try, because you truly have a lot of enthusiasts out there, a lot.
Oh yeah,
yes.
And you definitely have people that are willing to try something new, which is great. Even if they buy 1 or 2 cigars from you, it's 1 or 2 that's all you need, right? The hardest part of a boutique owner, brand owner, is to get this cigar into someone's hands.
Yes.
Like, give me a try. You know, what do you have to lose? You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you like it, this is where you can find us, which leads me to this. Where can they find Brother Smokin Stogies?
www.
The World Wide Web. On the World Wide Web.
I love doing that with her.
He's old.
BSS.com. BSScigars.com.
Bro, you better get it right, man.
We added a promo for today for anybody that is watching. We did Leaf 10, so you get a 10% discount.
Yep.
And then, of course, if you're a member of the TPA, you already know that discount code.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Well, guys, we have hit that hour mark, man. We definitely greatly appreciate your time. It went quick, right?
That's because we're having a good time.
No doubt. Hold on, because Ish wrote something. Angel, excuse me. Ish apparently weren't at the booth that was drinking, flowing, and hanging with Karen. Someone thought leaving my girl in charge of the booth was a good idea. You know what? Angel's wife is a trip. Listen, she came back with 2 pours like this big.
Right.
And she's like, no ice on it. He go, here you go. And after like the 3rd one with no food in your stomach, it kind of catches up to you. It catches up to you. And let's see. Who's the other one? Antonia. I went to Ebo last year for the first time. Nice. She loved it, so we're leaving. May 21st scene. I was going to go back. We're going to. Nice.
So, hey, Panda, after you had those pours, did this happen? I have to find each and every time for that.
Listen, that was towards the end of the day, and it was a long day.
Yeah,
it was a long day, and it was hot, you know. And
at the same time,
it was long, and all Ish and I had that day was a biscuit, egg, and sausage sandwich that we had gotten at a gas station at like 7:30 in the morning. That's all we had, and then we didn't eat until later on that evening. It was the same thing like Ebo. When we went to Ebo, afterwards we ended up having dinner with you guys.
Right.
Yeah. And I will make reservations again if you want to do the same place. We can do reservations.
Because you know that's the oldest restaurant in Florida.
Yeah. Yo, guys, we greatly appreciate you guys taking the time with us. Yeah. We're definitely gonna have you guys back on with us.
We love that.
For every one of you guys that were joking on me, I appreciate you, Angel. I love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
Angel is like he's that keyboard hackler. You know what I mean? Listen, Angel's 6'3", 6'4". Okay, and I tell you, he's always making fun of my height. I'm 5'8", and he's like, yeah, you're like 5'4", 5'2", whatever. You know, he always saying, wow, Jay. Where's my sneakers? Show my sneakers.
Yeah, I like to tell Panda that he wears a size 6. I've got everybody believing it.
Size 6 sneaker.
Everybody.
That's unreal. But guys, once again, we appreciate the support as always. If you like what you see, share, subscribe, hit that all bell so every time we go live and any of us goes post, you guys will be notified. And as always, we love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.